Back with another episode of our weekly analysis. We're just going to run through the FX pairs, the indices, commodities, and also some of the cryptos. So far, been sort of a tough week again, to be honest. There's been a lot of melting going on in the market and price not really reacting at our zones too well, but that's okay. That's part and parcel with being in trading. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But what we're going to do is start with the FX pairs as normal and just run through them very quickly. At the moment, there's not really many trades to be looked at or any that we really have on. We've got a few positions on at the moment. So looking at Aussie CAD, at the moment there's nothing. I know obviously price is coming into this area, but it's not a zone that we're taking. And price did actually fall through it anyway. So I'm just going to remove that from the chart. And to be honest with you, there's nothing on Aussie CAD for miles, for anything that we're wanting to look at. That is, there is obviously some supply above, but again, it's not my favourite. So I'll move on to Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss is looking like it's fired through the daily zone. Again, I did say earlier in another video that we won't be taking this daily zone. It's not neat enough. It's kind of pretty choppy price action. As we've said in previous videos, we are looking for price to do this in the area and then move, not go down, up, down, up, down, up. That's just like a head and shoulders movement, and generally speaking, they don't work out too well. So at the moment, we have a potential zone forming here, but I think it's already been tested, and to be honest, it's pretty choppy as well. But if I put this on here just now, we'll go into the 1 minute time frame and we'll double check. So yeah, it's a pretty choppy mess for price dipped out of the area, came back in and then went, and then yeah, not great. Keep it on there for take profit purposes. Next zone is down below, but again, we've looked at this one before and it's also not very good for us. Not one that we'd be looking to take. Choppy, price already retested it. Okay. Aussie yen, got a 2 hour zone below on Aussie yen. It's kind of, let's see, I can't remember if this is, it's kind of not, it's not the best zone either because, well, it looks okay. It's, the thing that annoys me with this zone is it's gone nice and tight in here. It's kind of gone halfway and then elongated itself. I'd have rather it gone like this and then gone for that real distribution look or consolidation look. One will monitor. And the other thing that I don't like about it as well is it's kind of gone very slowly into the zone and not gone straight up. But we will monitor that one. Whether or not we're going to take it, I'm unsure at this point. So have another look at it again. How far did it push out the area? It's right on the edge as well. So depending on how price reacts, because if price does kind of something like this, then I'd be happier to take it than if price just goes like down into it. Because we're on such a bear market, normally if price is going like this and then hits a zone, it will go like that and then just batter all the way through it. If we can get price to kind of consolidate, get some buyers into the market, take them all out, and then go, that's much, it's a much better picture to look at, but we'll see. Anything on here at the moment? Could be a supply zone here. Nope, not gone far enough. Okay. There is some supply up here. Just need to double check on the higher time frame to make sure that it is actually some. Nope, not the right picture either. 4 hour here, not retested. Stick it on just because it's good for if we do get into this trade here. It's probably going to be a take profit area. Market's kind of made a 360 from what it was doing through the first half of the year. The yen has yen has sunk or has gained strength, and all the other pairs against it. I think because of the Bank of Japan's interventions, people have obviously overemphasized what they've done, and now there's a correction in the market because they came out and said something different, and yeah, that's causing everybody to sell to buy the yen back. Okay, 3 hour zone below. Sorry, 4 hour zone below. I think it is better looking 3 hour zone though. Yeah, again, not. It's another one of these issues. Another one of these annoying ones where you kind of want these nice wee basing candles like that in the zone, and we've got a big leg candle, kind of hammer thing, and then a big bear candle, and then again like a shooting star sort of candle. Ideally, we're looking for some uniformity to the zone, but it is quite a neat zone, so we will take that trade. Nothing else to talk of further up either. So Aussie dollar, US dollar, got a half decent zone here. The only issue I have with it is price has got this big leg down, up, and then down, and then base, and then down. So the whole zone is probably actually like this in here, and then that would negate our zone. But again, one we're going to monitor. So not one we're going to 100% put on. I know it's in yellow, it needs to come off. But because I've got this on, I'll take a look at it as we get into the area. Further down, 6 hour zone down below. Again, this is a crappy zone, not one that we're going to look at. See if that's a 4 hour below there. I think it is. Where are we? 3 hour maybe. Is it a 3 hour zone? Nope. Okay. Again, not much on here to look at either. Got a long way to go before we've got any true demand. You'll probably get a bounce from this area here, but it's not one we're going to take. I'm just going to go on a daily time frame and see what we can see. It's probably only demand below this area here. Have a quick look on the 1 hour. Go below the lows and keep searching. Very choppy below. Nothing's very clean. I feel like this is because it's summer and there aren't very many people obviously at their desks compared to usual. Mind you, it is the FX markets, so the FX markets should always be highly volatile with good moves, but generally in the summer they can kind of be a bit slow. Alright, we're not going to go any further back than that to have a look for a zone, so stick with what we've got in here. That 1 hour zone's half decent, apart from this wick before it. And then there is a big zone above there as well, which I think is a 12. Is it a daily as well? No, it's just a 12 hour zone, but it's choppy there too, with the way that the basing candles look. Looks better in the 8 hour. But again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. That's kind of the max what we're looking for. So this zone here had a nice sort of bounce. Price is not, obviously not zone we're taking, and then below there it's just absolute crap, to be honest. There's nothing there for us to look at. Let's see. Potentially a zone. I'm just going to take this off because I know it's going to go right the way through it. Drop based. It's not very good. Chuck this on here just now, but it's not a zone we're going to take. Yeah, I mean it's already been retested as well, so I'm just going to I'll keep it because we need to, in case we get a demand zone below and we have targets. CAD yen. So had a loss on this trade yesterday. Price just went shooting through the 1 hour zone. Got a 4 hour zone here that we're trying to catch to try and take up to this. I think it's actually a 4 hour zone as well. Maybe not. It's more like a 12 hour zone. This is a zone, but not one, again, that we're going to take. It's choppy, messy. So really, our take profit should probably be more down here for a 4 hour, because price could turn there. Yeah. Stop loss is normally size of spread below the area, so 35. I think spread on this like 1.5, so we'll just say 37, so a 4.4R potentially on that trade. Got a nice reaction off at the moment, but that could be short-lived because it's such a bear market. Swiss yen rattled through this demand here, so all of our demands are getting battered at the moment, but we can't do anything about that. It's okay. Let's see. Potential zone up here. I think I've actually already looked at this before, earlier this morning, 30.8, and then, yeah, not a zone. And then anything below here, way down, way down. So we will take a look at them at the weekend, because I doubt price will get all the way down there. Could do, but very doubtful. So price reacting from this zone for Euro AUD. Again, no zones for us to really look at. Not the best. Euro CAD, same on here. This was a zone up here, but it's already been retested. Zones further down, but again, they're not great, already been retested as well. It seems like the market is a bit slow for us anyway. I'm sure there are some people smashing it, but at the moment we're kind of just trying to keep our head above water, which we are doing. We are in the positives, but you'll find that certain strategies, you'll have bursts of good returns and then it's kind of periods of down, well, not down periods, but hopefully not down periods. You just maybe periods of break evens, maybe only a few percent in the positive. The other ones you kind of have to just really grind out and not rush it into anything. Don't change anything if you know it works. So yeah, just a bit of advice on that. Okay, so a potential 1 hour zone. Kind of probably only, it's probably a 30-minute zone, to be honest, yeah, rather than hourly. So not one we'll take off the bat. Check the 1 minute. It's not retested it. It's a nice looking zone. Let's put this one on. I think gotta risk it. Should probably get a decent move. If it comes back, we'd expect price to come to at least down here. So let's see what our 3-2, so that'd be 4-5. So yeah, potential 7R in that trade. So we will see. Into Euro Yen. Again, very similar, like all the other yen pairs. Not much for us to look at apart from this 12-hour zone further down. Again, another one that's annoying that's got this big wick next to it. Not the cleanest. Euro NZD, this zone already has been tested, so not one we're going to take. 8-hour, nothing. 4-hour, excuse me, nothing. And then the hourly, that's just a single candle zone. It actually looks quite nice though, but it's not one we're going to take. I don't like it. Okay, moving on to Euro USD. Euro USD coming into this area here. This is a big, was it a weekly? No, sure not. A daily. Daily sort of demand. Again, it's really manky though, so it's not something that we're entertaining. 4-hour time frame. So you can see here, like this is why sometimes it can be quite frustrating to trade the supply and demand stuff. This is a perfect looking zone up here. You've got a nice leg in, you've got a base, and you've got a leg out. The only issue is you've got this whole move and goes like that. So that mini zone is part of this bigger zone. And what you'll find is price will probably burst through both of those zones because the leg down is not very big in comparison to what it should be for our zones. Yeah, but not to worry. 6-hour zone above. Has that even gone the full way that I need it to go? 20.9. Oh, that's right on the edge. 24.8. That's gone 47. Nope, not tight enough. And then obviously this hourly zone below. Any other hourlies? Nope. Okay, GBP AUD. So got this winner on GBP AUD. I think we went over that though, potentially. Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, so we got 5 hour on that, which is nice. -1 on the 2-hour zone though, which is a shame, but you know, we move. Nothing else on here. GBP CAD. Nothing on here. Got a bounce off of this area, but this was more like a pullback move, and we don't trade those pullback moves. That's what it looks like in a lower time frame, I should say. Pound Swiss. Obviously, price bursting through this area. Went through that already in the last episode. Potential zone here, but again, it's got all this crap to the left of it. And price already retested it, so not one we're going to look at, but we'll keep it on the chart anyway. GBP, actually we'll go pound Swiss and see if there's anything below. It's already retested it. Nope, so nothing there. Pound yen. Zone below, but I think this one's already been retested, or it's not very good looking, so not one we're looking at or looking to take. Everything else, pretty crap. Yep. GBP into D. Come on. Oh no. GBP NZD. Not sure what happened there. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just using my other screen to have a look at the other trade that's on at the moment. Okay, GBP I actually got a nice bounce from this area, which is frustrating because I don't think this was, yeah, it hadn't moved enough for us to warrant the trade. Further below is half decent. Well, that's not really, it's actually very average, so not one we're going to take. I think it's actually too big. The zone could push potentially. Yeah, it's. Take that off. And at the moment, there's nothing else below. GBP USD, get a nice bounce off of this zone, which we spoke about, changed our mind. We were a bit hesitant whether or not we were going to take it, so we ended up taking it this morning. What's that? Stop loss at 18, take profits up here, so our take profit is going to be 1.2987, thereabouts, which is a 5.6R. NZD CAD smashed through our stop loss today. Again, this was actually not a very good zone though. When you go into lower time frames and look at it, I think we discussed that, but we did take that trade. So that was a swift L on that trade this morning. And there's nothing really else to look at the moment. NZD CAD, NZD Swiss, 8-hour zone, not one we're taking. We know that already. I'm actually going to take that off because that confuses me. Price already retested it. Potential hourly up here, but it's not what we're taking because it got retested. And after that, nothing for us. NZD-JPY, also nothing for us here either. NZD-USD, 8-hour zone, not one we're taking. And then there's 7-hour zone below that, but again, I don't think that's one we're looking at. It's kind of choppy, not the best. USD CAD got taken out of this on Monday. This was actually a trade that we had on. Got taken out. And then, yeah, there's nothing above. USD Swiss. So bouncing off this 12-hour zone. Again, didn't take this one because we had a potential zone above. So at the moment, nothing to really speak of. This 4-hour zone, in two minds whether or not we're going to take it when it comes back up here. Probably not, because what will happen is price will go at this and then just keep going up, but we'll see. We'll update you with the potentials. USD-JPY smashed in this one as well. It's a shame. I thought that was going to be a really good zone. The next best zone is actually down here for 2 hour, and this one is actually really strong. I like this zone a lot. Further up, delete that. And then we've got this zone further up, but again, the issue with this zone is it could be part of this bigger picture where price didn't quite stretch far enough. Okay, USD, Singapore dollar. Only zone is this one further up. Again, this is annoying, but it's really part of this area, this whole area. So we will see if we take it or not, depending on how price moves into the area. Everything else is rubbish. So into the indexes, the commodities, gold. We've got this trade on gold at the moment. So it's currently up, what's that, 4R. So this will wipe a lot of the losses that we've had. Nothing on silver at the moment. Platinum, swift loss on this one as well. Again, this is another tricky trade because it was kind of part of this whole area where price went down down into the down to the base, pushed out of the base, and then yeah. So these small zones in amongst these areas often fail, but they can ping because they're so far stretched away from where price has been. So these ones are actually they're worth taking because they have such what's the word for it? High risk reward or high reward, I should say. Also a loss on this 3 hour one on Palladium. This was a zone as well. We didn't take this trade though. Did have a nice bounce from it. Oil, nothing. Gas, nothing. SPY or S&P 500. Didn't take this trade here. Didn't like the look of it, and also price was going to bounce from here potentially, so not high enough risk reward. Nasdaq. So we did take this trade, another loss on this unfortunately, but this is a bit of an annoying trade because we were up 5R on it and our take profit was down here. So we were looking for a really big trade in that, but not to worry. You started, had a bounce off this supply zone, not one we were looking at though. Had already been retested in the lower time frames. The Russell, nothing on here either. The Canadian index, nothing on there at the moment apart from this hourly zone further below. The DAX had a bounce from here, but this was a hindsight. I actually didn't have this one on. But when you look into the area further on the lower time frames, it is an okay-ish zone. Not one we would take though, but one I'm going to journal on. The Bund. So the Bund is actually kind of interesting at the moment. We might have a potential area, but I think it's already been retested. Yeah, it's already been retested, so no trade there. Only thing we've got is further down, further below. FTSE had a bounce from this supply zone. Still not managed to get price all the way down to this area yet. It just keeps on bouncing off of this demand. The Nikkei, again, a loss on this one. And this is like a broken record here today. So this is push up and it's part of this overall area, which then pushed out. So, to worry. Aussie index, nothing on here. Stocks, nothing on this one. The CAC, again, nothing on this. This is just consolidated. What we're going to see here is either price going to go drop this base and then just shit everywhere, or well, actually, kind of three options. Going to just drop this and shit, or we're going to go drop base, tag, and then go, or drop base and then just go the opposite way. So three scenarios. I know that's not that helpful because it doesn't really mean anything, does it? But yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen. Could see an absolute shit in the stock markets or price ping. We'll wait and see. So into the Italian index, I actually have a nice-ish, well, I'm going to say a nice-ish looking zone because it is a nice-ish looking zone. It's got a good structure, but the only issue is this long wick, this John Wick. So a really good looking structure. But price has retested it, so keep on the chart. We're not going to take that trade. Okay, to the Swiss index. Nothing on here either. Spanish, this has been nice. We've got that 5.8R, whatever it was. We've got this sell trade on here. I've not got high hopes for this sell trade. I'm thinking we're going to go at this and then blast through it, creating a higher time frame potential demand area. Into the crypto, Bitcoin, which has not been really shitcoin of late. It's been quite good. I've not actually looked at this market for a few days, so just how I do, I just go down to the time frames and see if I can see anything potential here. Might have missed something on this yesterday. 590. Nope, didn't miss that. Okay. So there's nothing at the moment apart from demand below. I don't think there's much supply above. Well, not much quality supply above. This demand is actually looking pretty good. Pretty tasty. I prefer a further drop. Well, it's got a decent, half decent drop base in a rally, so that's pretty good. Oh, my only issue is with this is like this kind of price action to the left of it. It's not the nicest, but we could get a bounce. Ethereum, probably very similar. There's probably not much going on. This could have been a zone. Well, it left it and then it came back, so no. XRP. Don't really trade XRP anyway. But yeah, that's it. Not too much to talk about, even though this video is long enough. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully we'll get some more zones and some more market movements into the end of the week. So yeah, stay tuned.